Welcome student in our today's online section of subject advanced manufacturing processes. Today we are going to see the high velocity forming processes, and in this high velocity forming processes we are going to see this petroforge forming process and metal splitting process. First of all, what is this high velocity forming? These are the processes which carried out at very high velocity, either by the movement of ram or die. Since the kinetic energy is proportional to the velocity square, high energy can be delivered to the metal in this method with relatively small weight or ram. In this method, energy stored in air or gas or the stored chemical energy of hydrocarbon, which are maybe petrol or diesel, is used to move the ram or die. Main difference between the high velocity forming and high energy rate forming is that in high energy rate forming the energy stored in the medium is directly used to the model, but in case of the high velocity forming it is converted into the mechanical energy which impacts high velocity of ram or die. You know, in high energy rate forming processes the workpiece directly come in the explosion or either the electric spark or electric shock, but here in high velocity forming processes this energy of this is firstly converted into the mechanical force, and then this mechanical force is used to form the product or used to make the product. This is the main difference, that direct energy is not used in case of high velocity forming, whereas high energy rate forming direct energy of explosion or electric supply is used to make the product. This high velocity forming are generally categorized as petroforge or hammers, then Dynapack, then clearing hammers, then trans energy of linear induction motors. Then advantages of this high velocity forming is that it is economical and its size is less. Very high acceleration and high velocity can be obtained using a shorter strokes of ram. It increases the production rate. Now we are going to see this petroforge forming processes. Here you can see this is the petroforge forming or petroforming processes. In this process, the stored chemical energy of hydrocarbon like petrol or diesel is utilized to move the dies at high velocity. Here you can see this petroforge forming process is quite similar to the IC engine process, where in IC engine we burn the fuel. You can see here this construction is quite similar to the IC engine, where only this part is present here instead of this crankcase and the crankshaft. Here we have the ram. So here what is happening here, when in the top position inside this combustion chamber, when the fuel is get burned and the chemical energy of fuel is get converted into the mechanical energy by pushing this ram to the downward direction, and when this ram get strike to the workpiece which is placed on the die, this workpiece get deformed as per the size of the die. Okay, the rest is same here. It is having a combustion chamber, then it is having a spark plug. You all are very familiar with the working of IC engine. In IC engine, what is having, if the combustion chamber is present, air plus fuel mixture is which is compressed by the ram. Here for the compressor we are using the low pressure air. What is the function of this low pressure air? This low pressure air comes inside this and pushes this ram to move in the upward direction, and it compresses the charge here. Then when it reaches to the topmost position, the spark plug ignites, and because of ignition of the spark plug, what will happen? The fuel get burned. The chemical energy of the gases get converted into the mechanical energy, and this pushes this ram in the downward direction. And when this ram strikes the die, and on this die we put our workpiece, then the workpiece takes the dimensions of the die there. Okay, here you can see I will show you animation of this petroforge forming process. Here you can see. Here you can see this is the animation of this petroforge forming process. On the top of this here there is a combustion chamber is present where the combustion of the gases takes place, and after the combustion of the gases this ram here, it rams moves in the downward direction with very force, and this ram falls on this metal part here or workpiece here. Sometimes we call it as a mallet, and then it takes the size of the die. Here on this bottom there is the presence of the die. This is the workpiece, this is the cylinder here. Here this is the steam tube, so at this the extra part we will consider that on top of this there is a presence of the combustion chamber. This is the ram. So ram or you can consider it as a top die. This is the workpiece here. Okay. Forging means the process which is carried out by continuous hammering. You can see here this is the this ram continuously applying pressure on this workpiece, and this is the closed die forming process. Now above of it is having this die here, it is a closed die. Prior to this we see this is the open die. This is open die and this is closed die. This kind of forming processes is mostly used in the automobile sector. Here you can see hot billetment. Billetment is the metal which is heated to the recrystallization temperature, and then it is placed here. This process is mostly used in the automobile sector. Billet means hot metal. This is the press forging. Here we are continuously applying pressure by moving this handle here. This is the process for this. Okay, so here we are. Now we are seeing the working of this petroforge forming process. In it a piston cylinder arrangement and a piston drives ram, piston and die are present. At the beginning of the cycle, the piston is raised upward by the admitting a low pressure air at the bottom of the cylinder. Here you can see this is the entry for the low pressure air which moves the piston or ram in the upward direction. Here we are. A projection is provided at the center of the piston, and when it enters, a hole is covered of the cylinder. It seals the combustion chamber. This process is quite similar to the working of the internal combustion engine. The seal area is 1/6 to 1/10 of the area of the bottom. Due to this, the back pressure can support to 6 to 10 times the pressure. The air-fuel mixture is now ignited in combustion chamber, which increases the pressure by 5 to 7 times, which breaks the seal, and pressure acts on the piston. Because of this pressure, the piston and the ram and the die are accelerated very rapid rate. This is the working stroke. At the end of working stroke, the piston is raised upward again. The exhaust valve is open simultaneously for the escape of the exhaust gases from the combustion chamber. So here it is the working. Working is much similar to the compression ignition engine. Okay. Now we are going to see this metal spinning process. The metal spinning process, it is the method of forming of sheet metal into the seamless hollow cylinder, cones, hemispheres or other circular shape. So what is metal spinning? It is the process of forming the various shapes from the sheet metal. We name it as a metal spinning. It is having two types. First one is the manual spinning and another one is the power spinning process. Okay, so initially we will see this manual spinning. Here in this manual spinning there is It is a process in which consists of pressing a tool against a circular metal blank which that is rotated by the head stock. Here you can see it is the head stock. Head stock is connected to the mandrel. As the head stock rotated, its mandrel also start rotating, and because of and here it is the tail stock. Let's consider that lathe machine we have in lathe machine there is a head stock where the chuck cells present, and in that chuck we connect the mandrel, where at the tail stock we put a metal sheet here to this tail stock, and we bring this tail stock in contact with the mandrel. This mandrel is continuously rotating. When this mandrel comes in directly contact with this metal sheet, then the metal sheet also start rotating. When the metal sheet start rotating, we will use this lever arm here, and we can give the shape of this sheet metal like the mandrel. Here you can see this sheet metal or the workpiece. This is the final product and this is the initial product. We can convert this metal sheet into the hollow cylinder like this, like the workpiece here. I am going to show you the video. By watching this video you will get the idea this how this metal spinning is going to work. Look students, here you can see this is the lathe machine. This is the here on this top, just focus on my cursor. This is the head stock and this is the tail stock. On this head stock, this is the mandrel. This mandrel is connected to the chucks there. On this mandrel, this is the tail stock, and you already saw this tail stock in our workshop. On this tail stock we connected this metal sheet here, and we make a contact between the tail stock, metal sheet and the mandrel. As the mandrel is rotated, the sheet also start rotating here. Okay, now we will use this manual tool or lever. Okay, here what is happening, we fix this sheet with the mandrel. Now this operator is going to use this lever arm, and by applying the pressure of this lever arm on this metal sheet, this metal sheet takes the shape of this mandrel there. You can see here. I am going to again show you. This is the tail part and this is the head part. Head part is connected with the mandrel, and between these we put a metal sheet and make a complete arrangement that as the mandrel rotates, it rotates the metal sheet. And then we will use the lever arm, and by using this lever arm we push this sheet on this mandrel, and the sheet can take the shape like that of this mandrel. You can see here, this is the lever arm in the operator's hand. This is the metal spinning process. Now we will get this how this sheet metal can convert it into the hollow cylinder like this. So this is the by using this lever arm, then headstock. I show you all this process here. Okay. So here theoretical part. Any metal ductile enough to be cold formed by these other methods can be spun. Most spinning is done without the applying heat to the work metal, although sometimes the metal is preheat to achieve the process. Then objective is to increase the ductility of hard to form metals such as beryllium or magnesium or refractory metal. Setup time is shorter. Designs charges in the workpiece can be made at minimum expense. Diagram is already explained. The various factors which affect this metal spinning are use of which lathe machine we are going to use, then the mandrels which we are going to use in this process, then spinning tools. The speed of this rotating mandrel are the important characteristics in the metal spinning process. Then disadvantages is that skilled operator is required. You see here the working of the operator is skilled one. So main disadvantage is that we need a skilled operator. Then here it is the power spinning. In power spinning it is also called as the shear spinning. Here in power spinning the thickness of this sheet get decreases, but in case of this metal spinning no thickness, in case of this manual spinning no thickness of sheet is achieved. In this power spinning, the power spinning forces as great as 400 tons are used. Power spinning is used to broad field of application, which is cone spinning and tube spinning. In cone spinning, the deformation of metal from the flat blank into spun shape conforms to the side law. In this tube spinning, the sine law does not apply and metal displacement follows a purely volumetric rule. Generally, plate up to 1 inch thick can be power spun, where heated plates are as thick as 5.5 inches have been successfully spun. Then tools for power spinning are mandrels, speed and lubricant. This power spinning is not most important, but this manual spinning is important. So today we are stopping here. In the next section we will see some another flow forming and some another processes. Thank you for the today's section. If you have any difficulty in understanding the concept, then I will suggest you to go to the YouTube and solve the various processes there. Thank you.